this is your first time joining me, my name is Wendy, and I am very, very glad that you're here with me. Now, I don't know if growing up you had the privilege of someone reading you a bedtime story as you fell asleep. I think that there's a lot that can be said about the magic of falling asleep to an infusion of myth and poetry and beauty and all of these stories that can just weave wisdom into our souls in ways that no self-help book could ever really touch. And I say all that to say that what I'd like to do is share with you first a feeling that I love it when it hits me. I never knew that there was a word for it, and I don't think that there's an actual definition for it in the dictionary, but the internet community, or the powers that be amongst the land of the internet, have called it or have coined the term sonder, which is just the realization that every single person that you pass, every stranger that you see, is living a life as intricate, complicated, and complex as your own. And of course, we know this in theory, but I feel like we can get so caught up in our own worlds, our own storms, our own day-to-day interactions that we forget to feel this, and it ends up shrinking this truth into something so small, when really it's part of something more infinite. Our story is one story in the vast sea of lives that make up our humanity. And the reason I love this feeling so much is because sometimes we can get caught up in the trap of believing that our life is so unique, that our struggles are so different, and we make them so much bigger than they are, and that nobody could understand us. But the truth is, someone, somewhere, is going through, has gone through, or will go through the exact same situation, or can at least identify the exact feelings that you're feeling right now. And in that realization, we can see how we are all connected one way or another, and a perfect stranger that you might never know, might never meet, knows exactly what you're going through. Maybe it was a love that felt so eternal and then one day wasn't, a goodbye that wasn't planned, a love you that went unsaid, the realization that you're holding on to a dream or a person that let go of you a long time ago. Whatever it is, there's someone in the world who can look at you and say, me too. And that is a very beautiful and comforting feeling in its own way. And I do hope that should this feeling ever come upon you in a very organic way, you'll be conscious of it. But right now, I would like to explore the idea by doing a little storytelling with you. I would like to tell a story, create a story with you, allowing your own imagination to fill in certain aspects of the story. And in doing so, perhaps you can bring to your awareness certain truths, certain thoughts and ideas that are in your heart and in your mind, and maybe you can introspect on what that all means for you. So if this sounds like something you'd be interested in doing, I invite you now to just pause or keep the video playing if you are comfortable. But I'd like you to get very comfortable now. And I'm going to dim everything because as much as I like our face-to-face interaction, I really want you to just focus on my voice and the words that I'm saying without any distractions. So go ahead and pause the video now, adjust yourself, and we can begin shortly. Okay. If you're nice and comfortable with your eyes closed, I want you to take a slow, deep breath in, letting the air fill your lungs. And exhale soft and steady as you let go. Again, another deep breath in through the nose, slowly and completely. And exhale out through the mouth like a wave, rolling everything away as your breath settles into a natural, easy rhythm. You don't need to force anything. Just allow your body to find its natural breathing rhythm. And just let your mind begin to open up and wander a little. As your mind wanders, I'd like you to imagine yourself walking through a quiet street at dusk time. The sky a deep indigo color, and the very first stars are beginning to flicker awake. Street lights are glowing softly, casting golden halos on the pavement. The world is slowing down. As you feel the cool air rushing against your skin, there's a faint scent of something cooking nearby that catches your attention. You turn around to look, but instead notice that there's people moving past you, each tucked into their own little universe. A woman is rushing home, clutching a bag of fresh groceries. She's a wife and a mother, and deep in thought about her day and about the dinner that she still needs to make for her family. How does she look to you? Is there a tiredness in her eyes or a softness? And do you think that she's content in her life? Or is there something she quietly wishes was different? And you wonder to yourself, what is she hurrying home for? Who or what is waiting for her there? While you're busy pondering this on your walk, you notice a man standing at a crosswalk, his gaze caught by his own reflection in a storefront window. He's wondering to himself if he's become the person he once hoped to be. What do you notice in his posture? Does he carry the weight of missed opportunities, or the quiet pride of his deepest dreams achieved? And when you catch your own reflection unexpectedly, what thoughts rise up for you? Are they kind, or do they ask for more from you? You continue walking and notice that at a bus stop nearby, a teenager is sitting alone, scrolling through their phone. They look a little lost, a little hopeful, dreaming of a life that has yet to be written. What do you imagine they're dreaming about? And does it make you think back to your younger selves, full of plans, some that you achieved and some that you didn't? If you could lean over and whisper something to that younger you, what would it be? Now, from a passing car, you notice a child peer out their little head from the backseat window, eyes wide open with curiosity. You notice that they're inventing stories about the people they see, and for a moment you lock eyes. How does the child react to you? Do you remember doing that as a child? Looking at strangers and wondering who they were, what they loved, and what their lives might be like. When was the last time you let yourself daydream in such a way? And as all these scenes run past you, there's a moment so small you could almost miss it, but then you feel it. This quiet, undeniable truth that every single person carries a world inside them. A world of memories and moments, of quiet struggles and whispered dreams. And yet we pass each other like ghosts, unaware of how much we might share. Maybe the man at that crosswalk has felt the same heartbreak that you've known. Maybe that woman has stayed up at night, wrestling with the same worries that you have either carried or are currently carrying. And maybe that teenager has laughed at the same silly thought that once made you smile in the dark. And as you imagine these lives overlapping with yours, you feel a shift inside. Because if every person's life is as rich and as complex as yours, then you too are part of something vast, something that's bigger than you. A single glimmering thread woven into an endless tapestry that connects us all. And that means you are not alone. You have never been alone. And even in your quietest moments, even when it has felt like no one could possibly understand, there have always been others, living, breathing, and feeling just like you. And that knowing, it feels warm. It feels like a soft glow in the window of a night. It feels like a heartbeat of the world, steady beneath your own. And somehow, that knowing feels warm and safe, like the kindness that you find in a stranger's smile when you needed it most. The way someone's hand has reached for yours in a moment of fear. Or simply like hearing, "I've been there too," and realizing that the other person means it. My darling, I want you to remember that you still have time. Time to become who you've always wanted to be. Time to love deeper and better. Time to experience so many of the gifts that this life has to offer. Know that there will always be a helping hand, sometimes from the places and people that you least expect it from. And yes, there will be rough moments, but they will shape you. They will make you stronger and wiser. And in that wisdom, you'll notice even more of the beauty in life when things are good. You are perfect. You are whole. You are magic. You really, really are. Let that truth sink into your whole being now. And just let yourself drift deeper. Deeper into this quiet, connected peace. Wrapped in the knowing that you are understood, that you are not alone. Feel that peace wrap around you like a warm blanket. Feel yourself drifting and floating, weightless. You are weightless. Let go now. Let go now into the vastness, into the soft embrace of this beautiful night. this point, images of hope and love may begin to arise within you, inviting you into dreams. New dreams, new goals, new experiences that your soul is already calling you toward. Let yourself fall right into them now, drifting deep, softer, until sleep carries you completely. Good night.